Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Football Manager Season 2, and we are on to Part 2, and the opening game of the Premier League season, and it's against Chelsea, wouldn't you know it. This is the next fixtures, this is the next lot of fixtures, this first six I should say, of the Premier League. Chelsea, Man U, Everton, West Ham, Hull, West Brom. Very, very difficult very difficult first half, fairly easy second half, sort of load of fixtures there for the opening six. And have a look at the league table. As you can see, Birmingham are top. You don't hear that too often. Obviously, we have yet to play, with those being on the Sunday. Birmingham were the real winners yesterday. Sorry, no, where are they? Where are the matches? That's the one I always forget. It should say fixtures, but it doesn't. These were the fixtures and results of yesterday. City beat United, which is interesting because I don't think you'd ever see a Manchester derby on the first day of the season. Borough held Arsenal at Riverside, which is alright for them. The real winners, I suppose, were Birmingham. They won 4-1, obviously, with a good goal difference and scoring 4 goals, so they are top of the league. Also want to show you very quickly pre-season. I won't show you too many of these goals, but what I will show you is this 8-0. This is against Andorra. Now, what I'd say, I can't remember if I said this last time or not, but what I would recommend, always at least doing one friendly against teams like this, against Andorra, or someone really, really, really poor, like like a semi-professional team, someone very, very small, because what that does it will raise your team's morale through the roof. Every player in the squad was superb. They had superb morale. I'll show you Jamie Carragher's goal. This is for me was the goal of the pre-season. So I'll show you this. And there is. I know it's not the greatest goal, but Jamie Carragher scoring a legit goal. There it is. But that's the pre-season. Not really too much to shout about. I'll just it was Hazard. Did Hazard score? Because I'm very sure he scored against Tranmere. Let me just see. Let it load. Oh, we'll try not to get these. Yep, there it is. I'll show you Hazard's goal as well. Torres scored a great goal as well. I'll show you that since we're here. Kulan, as you can see, playing, but a very good strike from Hazard. Turn on the ball. And this was Torres in the last minute. In the very last minute. In fact, it's only 1 minute of added time. And this is Torres here. Turn on the ball, and what a just bend on the ball that was. And he did that for us, and we won 3-0 against Tranmere, just down the road in Birkenhead. So gonna go to team now. I'm gonna go pick the team here. Let's see what we can do. Oh, guys, just a very quick note. What format would you... I'm going to ask a few questions about what you want to see here. What format would you like me to do the series in? Would you like me to continue as we are, with live commentaries for every episode? Would you like me to do it in the format that the guy on Machine of Sports does it, and that's by monthly recaps? I don't think anyone will want that, but I'll just throw it in there anyway, just in case someone does. Or would you rather me do this? Now, I was talking about this to someone the other day, I've forgotten, because I have the memory of a fish. About saying, maybe changing the format and doing it like this, whereas commentators say all the big games. Now, when I say big games, I don't know what a big game would comply. Obviously, Chelsea, United, Arsenal, Everton, City, Tottenham, Chelsea, etc. All them big games. Maybe not against the relegation teams, but what I do is say let's take the fixtures. I do live commentaries for the next 3 games, the 3 big games. I will then do another live commentary on the 7th game, and I'll recap the previous 3. Would that work, or would you just rather me stick to what I'm doing? Or if you have any suggestions of yourself, please feel free to say them. But I think this is the team that I've got here. I think this seems fair. I'm only going to swap one player, and that is Lucas Digne. I'm going to throw in Danny Wilson, wherever he's gone. Where's he gone? Can't find him. There he is. I'm going to throw him on the bench, and also throw Kaut on. I'm also going to move Hazard to the right, to the left, because someone recommended me that I should. Adam for Moreles, I think. And I'm going to say Babel for Kalou. Where's Kalou gone? I'll throw him on for Pacheco there. And we'll just swap. I'll swap that. Advanced playmaker of support. because he doesn't seem to be doing that well at the moment. There we go. So I just needed to go over everything and make sure everyone was in good form. And here we go. So we're going to start the season now against Chelsea. As I say, he's only 18 years old. Didn't want to throw him in straight away. Wilson has the experience of playing against Chelsea in the Premier League. I thought just throw Wilson in. Apart from that, it's a fairly standard team. Gerrard's retaining his place on the right. He's done very well there. Morales over Adam, probably going to rotate Adam and Morales, as well as Hazard on the left with Carroll supporting Babel. Sort of, that will be Torres obviously once he's back. Well, I just wanted to kind of try out different formations, maybe with Carroll in there now. But hopefully he'll be sort of that flick-on guy, you know, as we're trying to do in real life. With Carroll and Suarez, obviously replacing Suarez with Torres and or Babel. It's the Chelsea team here, Wagner Love, and of course, who hasn't actually had that much of an impact against Liverpool. Hopefully I haven't jinxed them. But Fabio Contrao as well, of course, one of the players I was going to sign. I even commented at the time saying, I'll wish them luck, saying, you know, maybe I will get Contrao, but unfortunately Chelsea snapped up right as I was going to go for him. So here we go, start of the new Premier League season, and we are underway, and already 15 minutes in, nothing happened. Here we go, first highlight, and who is it for? It is for seemingly Chelsea. I changed this to control, I think. A little laggy today. And Anelka already testing Reina there. And oh no, please tell me that Babel is interested, because usually you can tell when he's interested because he doesn't go for the ball. He's one of those, I don't even know if there is a style of player on this game, but you know the types, you know, like the likes of Balotelli, Babel, Juve, you know, the typical knobheads who just sort of when they're interested when they want to be. And then I'm talking about Wagner Love, you see what I mean? You know, but you know type of player. I think Babel is one of those types of players. As you can see, Chelsea having a lot of possession at the moment. Oh, hang on, Babel has space to run into now. Sorry about the poor frame rate. Not too sure why it's doing this, but Babel off target. Maybe should have found Hazard. I mean, I can't blame him for shooting him. He's up front. He's a striker. That's what they do. You know, that's why I always say, you know, even when Suarez does it in real life, you know, when he bears down on the goal, you know, he's at the impossible angle, you know, like the impossible goal he scored against Sunderland. You know, you can't really blame him for shooting because he's a striker. That's what he does. You know, I can never really blame strikers for that or centre forwards for doing that. But you know, Carroll's a bit too deep now. But Morales can't strike it harder. The shooting's a bit off at the moment. No one can really seem to get the shots on target. It was a similar story against Middlesbrough, and heck, even against Burnley in the Community Shield. Striking's a little poor at the moment. As you can see, Chelsea are having a lot of possession, although they're not very threatening in a way. You know, they're not really getting too many shots on target. I mean, I think Anelka's had one. Here he is again. As you can see, he's on target, Anelka, but Reina's standing up to him good so far. I don't know why the frame rate's so poor. It's not poor, but Carroll's given away a foul. Right on the corner flag, pretty much, as well. This is like a corner for Chelsea. But I don't know why it's so poor. I'll have to sort it out. By the way, also, Carroll's been yellow carded there. I'm going to be submitting I'm going to be making a new mini-series on the Machinima Sports. Hopefully, if I'm going to try and submit it. Hold on 1 second. Ryan Babel's in and scored. That's the first goal of the season, Ryan Babel, and it was a counter-attack. I'll get on to what I was saying in a moment. But there's Ryan Babel. First goal of the season, and we take the lead against Chelsea. Counter-attack was not certainly was not expecting us. Well, that Carroll foul, that's I guess that counts as an assist. I suppose that's what I wanted him to do. I wanted him to assist Babel today, and that's what's happened. Raw pace of Babel, and he does well against the goalkeeper, who, by the way, is not Peter Cech. You may have saw. I forgot to mention. I was going to mention, then I forgot. Delach or however you pronounce his name. I've seen his name before. He's 18 years old. He is. He's worth 4 million, I believe. And there's a second goal. Lucas Leiva, 2-0. Well, two very unlikely goal scorers, I guess. You know, if at the start of the season, if someone said to me, this was of course before Torres got injured, saying Ryan Babel and Lucas Leiva would get 2 goals against Chelsea in the opening day of the season, I'd think you were crazy. There is gambles, slides into about 3 Chelsea players, but gets the ball into the back of the net. Goalkeeper nowhere. And Carragher's been booked there, but I think that could lead us to half time, is it? Oh no, not again. Oh, that's twice. That is twice that's happened. I don't believe that. You may remember, right, last season we played Chelsea about 6 times, of course, but Lampard, exactly the same position, exactly the same angle, exactly the same shot, exactly the same goal. That was deja vu like I've never seen. And I don't. Oh, and Moreles restores a 2-goal lead. Goodness gracious me, there's a flurry of goals. Raul Moreles with another one. Special strike from here, 25 yards out, powering in. We have our 2-goal lead restored almost instantly. Well, this game's going on at bloody pace. Good grief. Johnson knocks it down. How did he hit this? First touch, and just hammers it home right past the latch. And well, there we go. Didn't take. They only had 2-1, but whoa, God! All of a sudden, just 0-0, and now it's 3-1. Good God! We're thrilling start to the season. Don't expect performance to drop. Okay, I think they're doing okay. Let's continue. But as I was saying, for this flurry of goals went in, I'm going to be doing another series now. I'm going to submit it to Machinima Sports to see if they like it. But what I'm thinking is a mini series, of international management. So I'm probably going to manage England, since that's the team I know most of. Ryan Babel's in again, misses unfortunately. I should have done better there. Since I know England, I did a trial run with Belgium, and unfortunately I didn't actually know too many of the Belgian players. I only knew Hazard, Lukaku, the other Hazard, Dembele, a few other players, but overall I didn't really know too many of the other players in their pool. So I just sort of thought, okay, I'll try another one. I was going to do Ireland, but again I just felt I don't know, it's a bit awkward. But if you have any suggestions at who maybe I should go for this mini series, I'll say mini series, or the series I should call it, and feel free to tell me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit it to Machinima Sports in a similar way as the other guy who does the Football Manager stuff does, but obviously it's going to be international. And but obviously if that doesn't get accepted, or they don't upload it or whatever, obviously I'm not contracted or anything yet. I'm just going to submit it because I'd like to reach out to a larger audience. I want to extend the Football Manager community even more, and I think a second director of Football Manager on Machinima Sports would be excellent. And I think I'd absolutely support, and I think why the hell not? I've got nothing to lose, so why not just submit it? But if that doesn't get accepted for whatever reason, I will throw it on this channel as a mini series. So we'll see about that. But Hazard puts a good ball in, and Steven Gerrard can't get in there. Hazard just got the beating his man. It's the first real glimpse of Eden Hazard we saw there, playing for us and beating his man, getting down that side and putting a good cross. And unfortunately Gerrard couldn't connect, so we're going to make a sub now. And this keeps happening. I'm very annoyed with this. Why this little menu? As you can see, nothing. There's no players. And I don't know if it obviously I assume this has been fixed on the patch, but it's very, very annoying. Who are we going to take off? Because they've all played really well. I suppose I'll take Carroll off. He hasn't really done that much. I'll pop to Kelt up. Yeah, it's quite laggy. It's a little slow. Skipping a few frames. Never mind. That'll be fixed in the next video. Babel again. He's taking players on. He's doing very well. I know. Hazard nearly forgot the ball there. Now, if we can get another goal, that really would seal the deal. Hazard puts a goal. Oh, Gerrard thought might have just been sneaking in at the back post. Nothing, unfortunately. Now Chelsea on the counter-attack. A lot of counter-attacking football in this game. Really, that's how we got our first goal. But going way back to Lampard's goal, for those who were watching when we played Chelsea, I imagine most of you were, you may recall that being, although it was at the other end, identical to the goal he scored against us. I can't even remember which one it was. I think it was in the last league game, the very last game we played in the league, which was actually at Anfield. I think that was a 1-1 draw, I think. But it was the exact same goal, exact same shot, goal, free kick, everything. And there's another goal, and it's been knocked in. I think it was Dan. Oh, it's Nicholas Anelka has scored an own goal. Oh wow! I thought Aga may have got a tap in there, but who got the flick on here? We're going to want to see who got the flick on. Again, we've scored almost. I think every goal's been scuffed because Jamie. Oh, was it? Was it Carragher? Oh well, that's a Daniel Aga goal. I'm sorry, it's bounced off Anelka's arm. I think it was Kaut or Carragher who got the original flick on to the back post. And Aga headed it towards it, and obviously it bounced off Anelka. It bounced off his chest or his arm or something. I don't know. Well, he's looking for retribution straight away. There's highlights here. Oh, and Wagner Love. Ooh. Sorry about it's skipping frames. I've no idea why it's doing this. I've got nothing else open. too sure why it's doing this, but I'll stop moaning about it. Concentrate on the game. So I think we may have won this now. Well, Chelsea, if they get another one here. Fortunately, Neymar, there he is, Neymar, who a lot of people said sign. He, by the way, in case you don't know, will almost always get snapped up by Chelsea right at the start. I don't know why. But I'll take Hazard off here for Maxi. And I'll put Kalu on against his former team for Babel. There he is. Oops, Daisy. I think that should do it now. I'll just put them on just for give them a bit of game time. And that's your game. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. Chelsea have one more chance and have scored again. I think Lampard has a second. It's too late, of course, for it to happen, but Chelsea, well, really, it should the referee should have blown up, really, but it's 4-2. Doesn't really mean anything. Let's have a look. Pure consolation for Chelsea fans. And again, poor marking, whoever that was, Maxi. Well, he's only just come on. I'll let him off. But as you can see, well, we've played way more than we thought we would. But there it is. There's your game, opening game of the season, and we win 4-2 against Chelsea. Excellent win. That takes us second. The only reason why we are second, of course, because Chelsea got that very late goal. Of course, that isn't going to decide the league yet, but that's annoying. Well, at least we're second. Birmingham are top. I thought I'd hear that. I've heard myself say that before. Rearguard action. Really? Rearguard action. Dirty bastard. Let's do the post-match conference. How important could this victory be? Well, I think we will have to... I certainly got a little bit worried, but it was quite fortunate that, you know, Morales scored pretty much like straight away after it, so that was quite lucky. They'll ask me this question every time. Really? That's a collector's item? He scored about 15 goals last year, Raul Morales. I don't know what he's talking about. Lampard picked up the man of the match. Really? Yeah, honestly, I'm not really looking at anyone else, but yeah, I'm going to play down Lampard's form. So I want to see if Ancelotti or whoever's managing now, I don't know if they might have sacked him at the end of last season for not doing very well, but as you can see, this is all we have here. And Mama Brian Juif's gone to Atletico Madrid. So yeah, that's your game. That's your episode. So welcome back to the Premier League, everybody. Just a few other final thing. Lee Griffiths, which has been a very common recommendation for me, is not on my game. Very annoying. He's not on the game. I've searched for him. He doesn't exist. I assume he's on the patch or something, but he's not on. So unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. But I'm still on the lookout for young players, and I've got that good list now. So thanks a lot for that. But give me feedback for everything that I've asked you for. That's the was it the format of the series and the mini series that I may be doing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next game, which is going to be the infamous Hazard versus Hazard, United versus Liverpool, Old Trafford. Second game of the season. You couldn't have fucking made this up, I swear to God. Goodbye for now.